What's going on? Welcome to a topic, a video I wanted to make and talk about, as I feel it's been key in my skill set development, and I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and I'm sharing what I've learned to get clearer in my own head. If I make this kind of presentation, these visuals, and type this out, it gets clearer for me. But also, I'm making this in the hopes that you can learn this faster than me, get quicker results than me, and have more success, make more money, and avoid the mistakes I did. So this is kind of made in two parts, and for those of you that are new to this, or new to business in this sense, there are 5 core functions of a business. You've got lead gen, lead nurture, sales, fulfillment, and then retention and ascension. Now, if you're not rating yourself on these, then it's very, very difficult for you to improve on them. And so what we need to do is determine which of the 5 core functions is your bottleneck. Then concentrate all our efforts on fixing only that bottleneck. Emphasis on the only. And ignore everything else until the bottleneck is resolved, because everything else is a distraction. Working on anything else but your biggest bottleneck is not just unproductive, it's actively hurting your business, your company, your project, your task, whatever you're working on. And so every business problem can be solved with one of the 3 P's. And they are person, so you hire someone to handle the bottleneck. You've got process, which is to implement or improve a system to address the issue. And then you've got project, which is to acquire the necessary skills yourself to overcome the bottleneck. Now, I think this project is the best long-term play, because if you get baseline skills and understanding, this will help you bring in the best person to handle the bottleneck, or have better confidence or more information to make a better decision on the type of process that you want to implement. And you'll always be able to do a decent job if shit hits the fan and you have to take over and do the task, do the job, complete the project or whatever. So after we fix a bottleneck, we need to ensure it remains solved. And then the secret to scaling is to fix one problem, maintain its performance, and then move on to the next bottleneck. Because we want to create permanent solutions that allow us to focus on the next challenge. So it's really important to actually work out how to maintain its performance, because we want to avoid playing whack-a-mole with our business functions, which I feel I've done too much of, and I feel like a lot of people do too much of. So we fix our bottlenecks in order of the business pipeline. So we work through the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go through again and again and again. So once all functions are improved, we return to the beginning and optimize further. But with this, we need to expect new challenges as your business grows. So you could probably go through 1 to 2, potentially even 3 cycles doing something like sales yourself. Then after those kind of 2nd, 3rd, 4th cycles, as you enter those, you probably want to start thinking about bringing in maybe a salesperson. Depends on the business and what you're doing. But when these kind of problems come up, instead of blaming external factors, we need to focus on what skills or systems you as the entrepreneur lack. And so we need to develop the ability to create consistent and sustainable solutions. So we reframe our problems by asking ourselves questions like, what skill do I lack to fix the bottleneck and turn it into a flow? And recognize that the problems will always exist in business. So we need to embrace these growth problems because they're much better than bankruptcy problems. That brings us to the key of outpacing our competitors. So it's not working harder. It's allocating our time more efficiently to solve these critical bottlenecks and what's holding us back. Because as entrepreneurs, we often have an overwhelming list of things that we should do to improve the business. Because the bigger you get, the more you feel like you can take on these should-dos and these long to-do lists, but it's a trap. Because these things can often become suffocating and paralyzing. So no matter the size of your business, you always have limited human capital and resources. And the list of potential improvements will always surpass your available resources. And there will always be a deficit of what you can accomplish or what you need to accomplish, because the actual list of things that you should do will always surpass your resources. Always. So the key skill for us as entrepreneurs is not identifying more should do's. It's about differentiating between tasks and identifying which will contribute most to the bottom line. So your ability to differentiate between the actual contributed value of a task to your bottom line will determine how much money you can make. So we look at all the decisions, all the should do's, and we ask which one of these will make me the most money. It comes from looking at all the potential tasks, all the potential should do's, and allocating your valuable resources. You only have limited and they are valuable. And you allocate them to those that will make you the most money. And it's crucial to actively cross out the things you know you should do in favor of what will move your business forward. It's your ability to navigate this huge and endless to-do list and focus on solving the main problem that's holding your business back and working on non-bottleneck issues, even if they're good ideas, won't propel your business forward as effectively. And so when it comes to our balancing our strengths and weaknesses, for personal development, focus on your strengths. For business development, address the weaknesses that are holding the company, the business, the project back. And so the difference between working on yourself and working on the business is that you need to solve the problem that's the bottleneck for your business, not necessarily your personal weakness. Because when you take off the weak link, everything blows up right up until the next bottleneck. That's the game of business growth. That's the game we're trying to play. Setting an ever improving minimum standard. So this really, I want to hit on the power of the focus here, because you need to give yourself permission to ignore 3/4 of your should-do lists and concentrate on the one or two things that will truly drive your business or your project forward. You really need to give yourself permission to ignore 3/4 of this to-do list and never look at them again. Never. Just throw them away. Because our success often comes from our success often comes not from having more time or more resources, but from investing them more strategically. Aim for a higher return on your human capital and your attention, because these are your most valuable resources. So do less things, but do the right things. Because these are the things that are going to grow your business. And so, to hone it in here, the true skill of an entrepreneur is selecting the most impactful areas to focus on and directing your attention there. And that's it. This is something that I feel is extremely important, and as I kind of get through this, I'm sure you can feel the passion, the frustration coming out, because it's something that I've dealt with for far too long, and it's a skill I'm trying to perfect as well. I'm not perfect at it, but it's something that I've experienced a great deal of and trial and error with, and I hope that you can find value in this and learn these lessons faster than I did, because it's taken me far too long to learn them. And so let me know what your thoughts are with this. What's coming up for you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you soon.